this.
So as we all prepare to lose an hour of sleep, we wanted to learn more about the potential impacts on our bodies. So joining us with all of those answers is Emily Manoogian, a scientist with the Salk Institute. Emily, thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
So the perfect story to kind of lead into this, because obviously it is always up for debate when we come around this time of year. And from a scientist's perspective, really tell us how this time change could potentially throw our bodies off and make that impact trying to adjust.
Yeah, so I know a lot of people think, oh, it's just an extra hour of daylight at night, but it actually throws off your body in a lot of different ways. So keeping the standard time really is ideal. And that one day where we do lose that hour of sleep can really hurt us. So we do see an increase in heart attacks and strokes and car accidents, as well as just kind of general moodiness and overeating to kind of compensate for that sleep loss.
Okay, so let's talk about that, because it may seem silly to think eating at a different time or even waking up at a different time can really cause these drastic impacts. But I mean, what's happening to our bodies as they do try to adjust to something as seemingly indifferent as just an hour?
Yeah, so the circadian system, which is just kind of a daily rhythm in every part of how your body works, so behavior, physiology, all of that is super important for keeping everything in your body in the right place at the right time so it functions properly. So you're able to digest glucose properly during the day and you're able to properly sleep at night. Even things like the stiffness of your arteries and when plaques are formed have a specific time of day that happens. And shifting that hour can actually kind of misalign the events of a cortisol peak when you wake up and your blood pressure rushing. And for people that might be at high risk for a heart attack, that can be enough to push it over the edge.
Wow.
So that's why we have that big increase in heart attacks. And then as far as car accidents go, you actually are not quite as alert. You know, everyone knows losing an hour of sleep doesn't help. But again, it comes back to the circadian system, and you're not actually sending signals to your muscles quite as quickly. And so your reaction times are even slowed down. So even if you're awake, you might not be able to respond as quickly if something does come up.
Wow. Okay, so Emily, you're leading into this perfectly. Talk about what the Salk Institute has done with the circadian app track. You specifically were kind of a part of the creation of this. What is it, and what does it do?
Yeah, so we have an app called My Circadian Clock. Free to use. Anyone can download it on either Android or iPhone app store. And it's really to understand what your circadian behaviors are. So when are you eating? When are you sleeping? And then have a way to optimize that. So we know that letting your body not eat for around 14 hours a day, mainly while you're asleep, can help let it rest, make sure you are able to burn all those fats, and really kind of optimize this system so you can be the best version of yourself. And so the app is there to just kind of understand when you do these things, because typically nutrition and all the other lifestyle habits we know, exercise, eat the right foods, eat the right quantity, those are all super important. But we now know that the timing of when you do those things makes a huge impact. And so I think a lot of the reason we don't do it is because we weren't aware of it. Yeah. And this is really to help you understand what your rhythms are so you can optimize them within your schedule.
Well, the Salk Institute really is on the front lines of being able to determine that timing, what it does to our bodies. And I know with that fasting and intermittent fasting, rather, the research y'all have done has also really broken barriers as well, and understanding how our bodies can adjust. We really appreciate you coming on tonight, telling us about it. So again, and for our viewers, if they missed it, it's called My Circadian app, and you can download it in both App Store, I'm assuming Google, as well as iPhones?
Absolutely, yeah, My Circadian Clock. And Perfect. You can see more on our website, mycircadianclock.org.
Wonderful. Well, Emily, we appreciate it again. Thanks for all the good work you're doing to help us understand all of this. Have a great night.
Thank you. You too. Bye.